Hey guys, in this video, we are going to cover Code.org Lesson 7, Levels 1 through 4, which are focused on how to add images to our web pages, which is cool because images really help bring our web pages to life. So far, we've learned how to insert paragraphs, headings, and lists. So this will show you how to put in pictures. And in preparation for this lesson, we talked about Creative Commons, which gives people who create content like images and music, um, it protects them from other people just stealing their work to use on websites. So we'll be using some codes. You'll be seeing some codes, but know that those codes are to protect the author or the creator of or photographer of whatever the content is. So photos, music, whatever. So that's kind of what this page discusses. All right, so we're going to go on to level 2 here. And this is a dog versus cat web page. And if you look at the top, it gives us some information about what we're supposed to do on the page. There's a cat image that we have to add over here. So I'm just going to pull this up a little bit. And so far, the dog image is shown on the page, but the cat image is not. We have a heading there ready for us, but there's no image. Now, if you look over here in the files section, we see that there's the index.html page, which we're working on. There's an image for a dog, which if you click on the image for the dog, it shows you all the different colors in the dog photo, which is kind of cool. It tells you how large the dog photo is. It's 314 by 240 pixels. And it shows you the file name as well. So it's dog.jpg. It's very important that we get the file name exactly right when we're naming images. And we also see this cat image, which tells us the exact same information. And we see that the file name is cat.jpeg. So going back to our index page, if we, take a look at line 9, we can see the code here for how to actually insert the dog image. So we use the code image src or img src. So img stands for image, src stands for source, and then it's followed by an equal sign, and then we put the specific file name in quotation marks. And then there's also something called an alt. Alt stands for alternative image. And what happens here is this text will show just in case the image doesn't load. So let me just kind of show you what happens there. Say I take out the G in the part of the dog name. That in that case, the image will not load and we see the alt text instead. But of course, that's not what we want. We want the image to show. So I'm going to put the image back in, and now we're going to add the cat image as well. Let's see if I can get any larger with my text here. All right. So down below here, underneath the code for the heading for the cat, I'm going to go underneath and I am going to type exactly this code that we see here. All right. But instead of dog.jpg, I'm going to put cat.jpeg. And it's nice because code.org actually tells you what all files are included in the file section over here. So you can just click on it, or if you prefer to type it in, you can do that as well. So I'm going to also type my alt equals, and then in quotation marks, I'm going to write cat face. Now it's really important to remember that you need both sets of quotation marks here, and then close your tag. Image tags do not need closing tags, so that's something useful to remember. So once I've coded that, I can see that the cat image shows up over here. Okay, now notice up above the web designer of this web page put a little caption underneath the dog to show where the image came from. Just so you guys know, CPL stands for Common Public License, and OGL stands for Open Government License. So this image was found on there, and that's the specific license that it's associated with. Up above, it tells us that this, and I'm just kind of like scrolling to see the information. It tells us that this cat image was uploaded by the user Alexis Photos, who used a free for commercial use and no attribution license. All right. So it was also found at Pixabay. So I'm just going to, follow the same, pattern that they did with the dog, and I'm going to add a P tag underneath, and we're not given any specific license. It's no attribution, so we're just going to go with CPL and Alexa's Photos, I think it said. Could be wrong. And then found at Pixabay, OGL. And then I'm just going to close my P tag here. We always want to provide attribution to, wherever this photo is coming from, especially when we take it off the internet. So that's how to get the cat image to show on level 2. If I'm going too fast, remember you can just pause me or restart me at any point and rewatch the video. So as I mentioned on the last level, the SRC, we call that an attribute inside the tag. It needs to point to the exact file name. Details matter here, all right? Details matter. So if there's one little thing that is wrong, your image will not show. So on this particular web page, the red sky, the green grass, and the blue trees are not showing. These images are not showing because there's mistakes here in the code. So on line 9, we can see, let's check it out. Let's use our problem solving skills here. So it says image SRC equals red underscore dot JPG. That does not match what is over here, which is, it says red underscore sky dot JPG. So if we just fix that file name to say red sky, it makes our red sky photo pop up. Let's take a look at the green grass one, or just the grass one. So it says grass.jpg, which appears correct, but if you look over here, we're using all capital letters here with the file extension, JPG. So if it's capital over here, it has to be capital in the code. So we're gonna fix that, and then the image for the grass comes up. So we'll look at blue. Here it appears to be a spelling error, which happens a lot. So I'm just going to fix that. And then the image of the blue trees pops up. So now we have all 3 images showing on the page, which is what you should have. And also keep in mind, one of the biggest mistakes for images is that people like to put SCR instead of SRC. Honest mistake, but your image will not work if it's SCR. It has to be SRC. Remember, computers are not intelligent. We have to tell them exactly what to do. All right, so I'm going to press finish there. And then on level 4, what you have to do, let me just make this a little larger. What you have to do is match the type of mistake over here on the left with the actual mistake that you're seeing. So we'll do the first one together. So it says the SRC attribute is spelled incorrectly. So that means SRC is spelled wrong. So I see SRC, SRC, SRC. Oh, there's an SCR. That's not right. So I'm going to move that up to this one and put that in its place. So continue that little lesson recap on level 4 to make sure that you understand, where some of the problems with image code can come from, and just make sure you match everything up correctly before you move on to the next level. If you guys have any questions at all about anything on this level, please don't hesitate to contact me. And thank you guys for watching.